Hey everyone, it's Ismaie. Welcome back to Tell Me Why. Today we're going to start with exploring the twins' old house and trying to uncover more memories and, strengthening our bond and whatnot. I feel like even though it seems pretty straightforward, like, something bad happened, I'm not sure which one actually stabbed the mom, but I'm leaning towards Tyler because the whole like detention center thing, but anyway, I'm sure it'll be more directly said soon. Plus, the little girl that was covered in blood kind of looks like Tyler's character model from when he was, a child. So, definitely leaning into it was Tyler and not Allison, but we'll see. Let's get going. All right.
Wow. It doesn't seem real.
And phone numbers. Stuff.
All right, let's see. Broken shelf, broken jar, and the washing machine. Broken.
Is this our room?
Marianne's room.
Oh.
Let's not go in there until we absolutely have to.
Agreed.
I just saw pretty colors and assumed it was ours.
String, glue, duct tape. The holy trinity of house repair.
Marianne loved having something to fix.
Yeah, well, she could have tried a little harder to fix her own head.
Can you picture Marianne talking to a shrink?
No. And speaking of,
Therapy's...
guess we never had time to complete the collection.
These came out of one of the prize machines at the
Oh,
Vecchi
my bad.
store,
I didn't
right?
mean to cut off
Yeah,
the other
you'd slide the
conversation.
quarters inside on the little tray, and then magic, out pops a sticker.
Okay, doesn't seem like they're gonna continue the other one. My bad.
2005.
Of course.
Hey, she drew some little hearts here. Oh,
What?
March 7th.
Oh.
What is March 7th? For 10 birthdays.
Hey, that reminds me. I owe you like 10 birthday gifts.
I think we can let that slide.
What? You don't want me to buy you presents?
You're gonna need your cash to get started. We've got a lifetime for gifts.
Okay. But no presents from you either, then.
Deal.
Good thing I threw that bear out, huh?
The last few months are almost all blank. Only a few appointments. Most of them canceled.
What kind of appointments?
Hairdressing, I think.
Oh yeah. She did that for a while.
Weird that she draw little hearts on their birthday and then.
She
I mean,
was
I
trying
guess
to save
not.
the
Not
planet
if she
way
was
before Al Gore made it cool.
messed
Has
up,
Al Gore
so.
ever made anything cool?
Nah.
I guess she was right about one thing. But you can't really blame anyone for not listening to crazy Marianne Ronan.
Read this memory.
Mom? About me joining the hockey team? Mom!
Sorry, what? Not now. Maybe next year.
But you promised!
Keep whining, and my next year will become never.
Can you cut my hair?
Your hair is fine.
But I want to cut it short. Really short.
What? Look, I'm tired, and I'm busy. Let's talk about this later.
You always say that.
Marianne said no to everything. Made me so pissed.
She was always on edge those last few months.
Yeah, and completely deaf to everything I was telling her I needed.
She pretty much always said no to me too.
True, but it felt personal with me.
I didn't realize how much I missed the smell of firewood.
I miss the cold winter nights curled up here. With big mugs of hot cocoa.
Yeah. Marianne was so tired she was usually asleep on the couch.
Ah, that's why it was so nice. No Marianne.
We'd use our voice so we didn't wake her up.
And then we'd be up all night telling stories. And watch watching the fire die, and Marianne was none the wiser.
How you feeling about being back?
I thought I knew what to expect, but everything keeps catching me by surprise. My nerves are completely raw.
I get it.
How about you? You okay?
I'm gonna say not sure how I feel.
I'm honestly not sure how I feel yet. I'm just trying to think of it as an empty house.
Yeah. An empty house full of actual ghosts.
Hopefully they're friendly
necessarily.
ghosts.
I like bathtub pics. Cute. Pretty standard array of photos, I would say.
She took so many pictures.
Yeah. Like she had to document every second of our lives.
You
Honestly,
can keep
it's just
some
a
of
mom
them
thing.
if you want.
We do that.
No thanks. I mean,
Wow. I'm so embarrassed for us. Mini Da Vinci's we were not.
She saved every drawing we ever did.
There's a couple of these I might keep.
Excuse me, Allison. Can you not, like, walk right
I
into me?
don't remember these.
It's probably one of Marianne's unfinished masterpieces.
There's 2 of them. Maybe they were us. In some weird way that only made sense to Marianne.
Just like homework that we left here. Hey, I could probably actually just read this one. Hey Mom, we're sorry the vase got broke. We didn't know you love it so much. We need to be careful and not act stupid in the window room. Next time we will try and use good judgment. Please forgive us for doing bad things. I'm sorry too. We should be more careful. I'm very sad we made you cry so much. We should play outside instead. I will tell Ollie not to be wild all the time. We weren't going to do it anymore. We're sorry.
What are you reading?
A letter we wrote her. To apologize for breaking that stupid vase, remember?
Bore your kids into good behavior. Great parenting strategy.
She pinched every penny. Old textbooks. Tessa gave them to us, right?
Yeah, she thought we were gifted.
We were in a way. We had our voice.
We were. Just not like she thought. You think she knew we were sharing answers?
We shared for fun. We
Oh,
both knew
that-
them all anyway.
We should take down the creepy masks
I
if we
didn't
don't want to
realize we
scare
were
the buyers
cheating.
away.
Oh, so now you don't want to scare someone with those masks.
Hey, this bathroom still smells like Marianne.
Oh.
A good scrub and we'll be rid of that too.
But I wanted to hear the warrior thing. I didn't think just walking into a new room would like trigger something.
Marianne hated when we played with these.
Oh man. Okay. I gotta start standing still a little bit more.
There were so many times I looked in this mirror hoping somehow it'd show me something different. What are we gonna do with all her jewelry?
Well, I'm certainly not gonna wear it.
Donation pile it is, then. Wow. I forgot all about her weird concoctions.
And how she was always testing them on us. Like we were lab rats.
Handmade soap. Still here after 10 years. Impressive.
You could say that about the entire house.
I also hand make soap.
I tried to bury this dress in the backyard, but Marianne caught me.
It was a pretty dress.
Yeah, well, we both know pretty was never my thing. We were so competitive about who measured taller. Like, we actually had anything to do with it.
And after all that, it ended in a tie.
Yeah, none of that crazy stretching I did made any difference.
Okay, let's just back out there, so. I actually kind of like this wallpaper. I don't know, it gives it a nice homey feel, I guess. I don't know if I'd want it in my house, but it looks nice here.
Where'd you come from?
Right. Time to pull off the band-aid and go into our old room.
If you don't come up soon, I'm gonna take whatever I want from our bedroom.
No way! Wait for me!
Now this feels like home. Hey, the postcard we sent ourselves from Juneau.
Forever alone.
What?
We barely had any friends. We even had to be our own pen pals.
Hey, Allison and Ollie. We're writing from the past, but like in the future. Anyway, Juneau is super cool. We took the tramway all the way up. Ollie was scared. Liar. We got some books, but Mommy went to the restroom at night and forgot them. It was cool. There were a lot of whales on the ferry. No, they weren't. There wasn't.
Shh. Tyler,
No,
do
there
you
wasn't.
copy?
They were in the water.
If we don't move fast, this whole thing is going to melt.
Stupid.
Do you copy?
Anyway, here's a postcard
Copy,
reminding you
Allison.
about how
Gonna get
awesome
this
we
thing
are,
moving soon.
especially
Don't
me.
want the Mad
Hey,
Hunter to
and
catch us. Over.
The Mad Hunter. Ugh, he still gives me the creeps. I wish I could forget about him.
I wonder if the Mad Hunter actually existed.
So much for my dream of being a hockey star.
Marianne thought sports were too aggressive, too competitive, and too groupthinky.
You know, if there's one thing you gotta give Marianne, it's that she let us explore our artistic side.
You should have seen Eddie's face when I tried to repaint his car.
Yeah, I bet Uncle Eddie didn't appreciate your artistic touch.
I'd rather you called him Chief Brown if you're gonna be an ass about it.
Look what I found.
What?
Only our greatest creation, the Book of Goblins.
Seriously? Who was it?
All these stories.
I had ideas for so many more.
Marianne wrote a lot of them.
Yeah. It's one of the only times I remember her being at peace.
Frog earns the right to speak. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a big frog in a small pond. She was a peaceful creature who spent most of her time eating, swimming, and sleeping. From the morning to the evening, she did everything the smaller frogs did, except she did it bigger. She ate more, she jumped farther, she was smarter, and she made much more noise. Everybody in the forest could hear her loud croaking, and everyone was happy that they could. You see, it was easy to get lost in the forest, but thanks to the frog's loud noises, you could just as easily find your way back to her pond. Maybe it would not have been the same if the big frog had kept singing during the night, but she was much too lazy an animal to stay active after dark. One day, an unknown visitor came to the forest for the first time. It was a young woman dressed in a beautiful crown. She was walking fast through the woods as if she was running away and never looked back. Many eyes spied the princess pass by, but no one dared to help her, for the Mad Hunter was on her trail. "This is not our business," they said, "and we had better look away," for the Mad Hunter was an unyielding man who loved nothing but hunting down prey for money and glory. Nothing could escape his piercing eye for long. So the princess walked alone, without help, until she was hopelessly lost in the big forest. Exhausted, she pressed on with no idea of where she was heading. As the hunter drew closer, dogged in his pursuit, she continued this way until she heard a loud, heavy croaking far off to the left, so clear that the princess immediately made for the source of the noise. A few minutes later, she reached the big frog in the small pond, and the frog looked at her with a gentle smile. "Help me, please," said the princess. "I need a place to rest and hide." "Ribbit," said the frog, and the princess frowned. "Please stop making noise. The Mad Hunter is after me." "Ribbit," said the frog again, so loud that the princess had to cover her ears. The creature began to jump every which way. "What are you doing?" asked the princess. "Stop all that noise, or he'll find us." But the frog kept croaking and jumping around her, left and right, up and down, "Ribbit, ribbit," until the princess understood the meaning of the fuss. Cautiously, the woman climbed on the back of the big animal, and then with a leap, the frog set off away from the pond. The frog jumped so high and so far that even the hunter could not find where the princess had gone. With a few jumps, the princess was out of his piercing eye. A few jumps more, and she had vanished for good. The princess closed her eyes and let the clever mount carry her wherever the creature pleased. Less than an hour later, the big frog had reached the other side of the ancient forest near the shores of the very deep lake. There, she landed without a noise in front of the big wooden house that had been abandoned. Thank you, said the princess, uncovering the animal's snout with kisses. I wish only you could speak, so I would have understood that you were trying to do sooner. As she pronounced those words, something incredible happened. The big frog was suddenly able to speak. Her first words startled the princess. The mad hunter is always at my heels. Now you're safe, and I've had my revenge. You can stay in this house. It has been abandoned for a long time, and no one will look for you here. And then, without looking back, the big frog jumped back to the pond. And this is how the big frog saved the princess, and now she earned the right to speak.
Where is it?
You looking for something in particular?
My diary.
You never told me about it.
Yeah. With the way Marianne was, I tried extra hard to keep it a secret. Marianne. Yeah, that day she found out about it.
Mom? Mom! Mom, where is it? What did you do with it?
What now?
I can't find my diary. I know you stole it. Give it back.
Sweetie, whatever I do, it's just for your benefit.
You read it, didn't you? You had no right to do that.
I have the right to do whatever I need to protect my little girl.
I'm not your girl. I hate you.
You will always be my little girl. And no matter how hard you fight me, I'll fight twice as hard to keep you safe.
I don't know how I never saw it coming.
She told me right to my face. She was willing to hurt me, to keep me from transitioning.
Tyler, there is no way you could have known she'd go that far.
I want my diary back. Her room was the only place I didn't look.
Okay, but do you need to get it, like, now?
That diary was important to me, Allison. Writing down my thoughts helped me realize who I am.
Well, then let's go find it.
You think her room is still locked?
It always was. I'm
There's-
not looking forward to going in there.
I know, but we'll have to eventually, and I need it back. Look, it's the game we made, Lucian Tramway.
That game never made any sense.
Didn't stop us from playing all day.
Dude, we were kids. All we needed were rocks and bird feathers.
So, not that there's ever a good reason to, like, want to kill your child, but I was really hoping it was, like, just a mental break or something, not a reason. I guess.
Ice King finally caught the hag. His furious voice could be heard throughout the forest. For your wickedness, you will be eternally bound to the lake. What? No way. Quiet, let me finish. You will no longer be allowed to leave. Not even under a full moon. The moon hag was imprisoned in the lake, and she never again tried to escape. And then the title. What do you think? Not bad, right?
I guess that's okay. But I would have changed the end.
What? No way!
The Ice King. I totally forgot about him.
That's because it was dangerous to mention his name. He was too powerful.
Like, I already think it's ridiculous the like parents and families that just disown their children for being different in any way, but to go as far as to try to actually kill them is ridiculous.
Hold up.
Terrible.
What?
Remember this?
Unfortunately.
You must solve my riddle to earn the right to enter the princess's sanctum.
Nothing a good hard shove won't take care of.
I mean, yes, we could brute force it, but it might be kind of fun to finally solve it, right?
We have different definitions of the word fun.
Okay, well, if we break it, we're just gonna have to fix it for the sale. So let's at least try not to. You have the Book of Goblins?
Yep.
Hand it over.
What are you looking for?
The image on the door. It's making me think of a story from the book. One that Marianne wrote.
You have a way better memory than me.
Well, the Book of Goblins was my creation.
And you'll never let anyone forget it.
Here it is. The one about the princess's party. Give it a read. I think the symbols may represent something in the story.
First ghost memories, now storybook puzzles. What a weird day.
What a weird childhood.
Touché.
Alright, hit me with that story time, friends. Once upon a time in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swiping at salmon on the way to the spawning grounds. Just as he'd got his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating his salmon, but then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After a short walk, he found the princess clinging to the top of the tree while a wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. The old bear would normally not get in the middle of such a situation. After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's need to hunt. But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty and knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved onto his hind legs, rising to his full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again, and the wolf took off into the trees, tail between his legs. The old bear fell back down onto all fours and stared up at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. "You can come down," he said. "How do I know you didn't just save me so you could eat me yourself?" asked the princess. "I suppose that's a fair question," admitted the old bear, "but I promise I won't eat you." The princess had no reason to trust the old bear, except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down the tree. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed she was not going to be eaten today. "Thank you," she said to the old bear. "Of course," he said. "Can I walk you home?" "Of course," said the princess, and so the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest back to the old wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear: a fresh-caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell. One spring, when a sudden thaw flooded on the path cut out the princess's home, the old bear was there, and she rode back across the river. The old bear began to think that the princess should be his mate. After all, she had no mate, and she needed one, and he could keep her warm and provide her a much more suitable den, and catch fish for her and protect her from the wolves. She, in turn, would brush out his fur and pick berries without smushing half of them, and scratch that one part of his back that he couldn't reach. And with how she took care of the goblins, she would be an excellent mother for his cubs. One day, the old bear came with a ring of spruce and asked the princess to be his bride. "I'm sorry," said the princess. "You are a very good friend, and I appreciate all you've done for me, but I cannot marry you. You're a bear, I'm a princess, it would never work." The old bear was crushed. "Can we still be friends?" he asked. "We will always be friends," she said, "but I will never marry you." The old bear and the princess carried on their friendship, and after 1 year he tried again to ask her to be his bride, but once again she refused him. This happened 1 year later, and 1 year after that, and finally the princess said, "Old bear, you are my dear friend, and I appreciate all you have done for me, but I would sooner you have left me to the wolves than marry you, and that is how it will always be. I have my hands full with the 2 goblins who live under my house, and they are all I need." That wounded the old bear deeply, but it was finally enough to stop his proposals. They remained friends, and he continued to give her gifts of fresh salmon and ripe berries and newly bloomed bluebells, but the old bear never again asked the princess to be his bride, much as he wanted to. And that is how the princess befriended the old bear and how she refused him.
Maybe if we put our heads together.
Yeah, I could try again.
I like how she keeps saying, like, if we put our heads together, but like, not giving me any hints or helping me at all. Alright, that's fine. Oh. Okay, so I never had to turn the handle. I could have just kept turning those until it worked. Nice.
And boom, we're in.
I left the light on.
After so many years, I expected this to feel more, you know, like a win.
Speak for yourself. I'm the one who solved the riddle.
True.
Why do I feel like you're not gonna let me forget that? Where do you think we should start looking?
I don't know. Where in this mess would she stash someone else's personal thoughts?
Anywhere she wants, I guess.
I tried to read this one. I can never figure out the order of the chapters, though.
Didn't the author go insane or something? No wonder Marianne liked it.
Is that us?
So she was standing here, spying through the window.
Straight in the trash?
No. I bet we could sell it on the internet.
True. Maybe we could sell it to the guy who collects John Wayne Gacy's clown paintings. She and Tessa were best friends. Until suddenly they weren't. Wonder what happened.
Either Tessa got sick of Marianne's moods, or Marianne got sick of Tessa's judgment.
Or both. I was gonna say, let's just start checking drawers. Perfect.
It's here. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Do you think she read it?
Of course. She was nosy as hell.
Just give him a minute, Allison. It's okay.
Tyler,
What?
look.
What? Where did you find that?
It was on her desk with her papers.
Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, we gotta be really careful not to overthink this.
But it doesn't make any sense. She was mad, right? She was mad I cut my hair. She attacked me because I cut my hair.
She was mad and she attacked you. We both saw it.
Then what is this shit?
I don't know. I don't know. Tyler, come here.
She can't do this to me. Not now. When I've finally made sense of a few things.
Well, that was your first mistake. Thinking the world made any kind of sense. 10 years in the grave, and she's still finding new ways to piss us off.
think I need some air.
Are you really, really sure? I am. Do it. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. Is it all gone?
Could have been a cleaner cut, but you know, she tried.
It looks amazing. Really? Yeah. I can't wait to show Mom. She's been so sad lately. More than sad. She's been scary. Yeah, but not tonight, though. It was almost like a party. Thank you, Allison. You don't have to thank me. You're my sister. I feel more like your brother. Brother, sister, we look out for each other. But I'm pretty sure I just gave you a really bad haircut. Mom? Mom? Mom?
Oh no. No, 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 no. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Wait! Stop!
Kinda wondering if maybe she was planning on attacking someone else. Like that friend that she broke the picture of or something.
Glad we found your diary.
Me too.
I guess she was trying to figure out where you were at.
Yeah, well, she should have asked. I wasn't some goddamn research project. I was her child.
About the book.
Raising your transgender child? Do you even know how rare these books were in 2005? Was she trying to figure out how to support me?
Maybe.
Which, she wasn't trying. She never...
It doesn't make sense. I know. You cutting your hair was what set her off, right?
Allison, she read my diary. She already knew. It wasn't my hair.
And if we were wrong about that... Fuck.
You think she read it. It's possible she never even opened the diary, and that things are exactly like we always thought they were.
But if she did, and they aren't...
God, Tyler. Sure. I mean, we could have been wrong. But what good does it do to ask the question now?
You mean other than not having to live with the thought that my mom tried to kill me for being me?
Tyler, I know you want there to be something to find. Something that'll make it all make sense. But she was unhinged.
So that's it then. She was crazy. Nothing else to say.
I think we'd be better off if we tried to move on.
Why don't we talk to a few people who knew her? See if that book makes any sense to them.
People don't want to talk about Marianne. They pretend like that night never happened.
I kind of want to go with this one after finding her picture and stuff.
What about Tessa? She was Marianne's closest friend. Let's ask her about it.
Sure. But I'll warn you, she's particularly touchy about this subject.
Well, maybe
That's
she'll
fine.
talk to me. I was always her favorite.
Operative word was. But we need to go by the store anyway, to get a few things for the repairs.
Great. 2 seagulls, 1 stale hunk of bread.
I'm not sure I like that analogy.
Listen, I know you don't want to keep talking about this.
But you're obviously not going to be satisfied until we do. So let's talk.
Something wrong?
You've been on edge all day. Is there something more going on with you?
It's nothing.
Pretty sure it's not nothing. And I'd like us to be on the same page.
I thought we were on the same page. Sell this place as quick as possible and move on.
It's important to me.
Look, I've already explained why this is so important to me. Why are you still dragging your feet?
It's just with the way you avoided this place for the last 3 years, I thought you wouldn't want to spend any extra time here.
Oh. So that's what this is about.
Maybe a little. Yeah. It's just... You graduated 3 years ago. And this is the first time we've seen each other in person.
I feel like he probably could have found the time, and it probably was more of this one, so let's...
It's not that I didn't want to see you. I just wasn't ready to be Tyler in Delos Crossing.
I tried to visit you. I tried to go to your fireweed graduation. I wanted to bake you a crappy boxed cake and take awkwardly posed photos.
I know.
But you shut me out. All I got was non-responses and half-assed evasions.
Look, I didn't want to see anyone. I just started testosterone. And, oh god, I had the worst acne. My emotions were all over the place, and the smells... Allison, the smells... Men smell bad.
I know. I've dated a few.
Look, I needed some time to figure my shit out before I asked anyone else to try. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Alright, do we have a plan?
So, we have a plan?
Yep. We ask around about Marianne, but we also stick to our repair schedule.
If that's really what you need. Alright, deal.
I think that's a fair
Ollie's
compromise.
diary. It's been a long time since I heard that name.
Was I the only one who ever called you that?
Actually, no. I used it at Fireweed for a while, until I settled on Tyler. Most people were pretty chill about the switch. Not everyone, though.
What do you mean?
I had a mentee who refused to call me Tyler. He didn't want my help. He didn't want anyone's help.
I'm sorry. I like the name Tyler, by the way.
Thanks.
Mom and Allison argued again. At least I'm not the only one Mom is screaming at now. Mom almost seemed jealous we didn't tell her that we were planning to do in the forest. Allie thinks we should tell her about our voice. I think she knows already. Mom seemed really upset when I asked to join the hockey team. Like it's wrong for me to play a boy sport. I'm gonna keep asking. Try again next week. Then no, again. I'm so mad at her. Why does she always say no? Why doesn't she ever let me do what I want to do? Allison and I started writing a story. Well, Allison did. Didn't like it when I tried to change anything. Why can't one of the goblins be a boy goblin? Saw Star Wars yesterday at Bobby's place. Luke was so great, but Mom found out we watched it and got so mad. She said it's a gloried war, Zion. Would Mom be happier if I could do what she wanted me to? When she looks at me, she just doesn't see me. I wish I could show her. I wish I could make her understand. I think she just doesn't want to. Allison told me again that it was my fault. Mom got angry at us. She's such a suck-up. Mom's barely said anything to us in a few days. Allie said she saw her throwing away pages from the Book of Goblins. Do this, do that. I'm sick of her voice. Why am I sick of that dumb name too? I'm Ollie the Goblin. I'm sure there's much more we'll get to read later.
Not a bad view, right?
I forgot how beautiful it is.
Remember that time we tried to cross? Yes.
Remember that time we tried to cross the
I wanna
lake
hear
after
all
it
about
froze
it.
over?
Oh yeah, how can I forget? Marianne lectured us for an hour.
Well, she wasn't wrong, at least. It was really dangerous. If we'd fallen in, no more goblins.
We grew up on this lake. We know how to spot thin ice.
Maybe.
Nice ring. Gift from your boyfriend?
Come on, I told you I'm not with anyone right now. Don't rub it in.
Why does it look familiar?
It was a gift from Eddie. He had them both made at the same time.
Both? Oh, wait.
Yeah. This ring is supposed to be linked to the one he gave you, in a spiritual way.
Do you believe in all that?
You mean, do I believe we could be linked in some other metaphysical way? You know, other than the one that already lets us share thoughts and memories.
Fair enough.
I was gonna say, yeah.
All right.
We kind of
I
have to
think
believe in that thing at
that's
this
enough
point.
time enjoying the view.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Yeah, I know. I was the one all eager to go, and then I started waxing poetic about the landscape.
go ahead. I'll catch up. Need to respond to a message.
Ah, my sister, the social butterfly.
Seems we got a trespasser.
What the fuck?
You got 5 seconds to talk me into defending my property.
Your property?
5, 4,
I'm Tyler.
don't know any Tylers. 3, 2,
Sam!
Ellie? What are you doing out here, girl?
This is our house.
Was I talking to you?
Sam, put the gun down. This is Tyler. My brother.
Well, your brother? Oh, shit. Huh. I guess I heard about all that, but I never...
Yeah, maybe don't threaten people.
Damn.
Thanks.
You look like a real man.
So do you, Sam.
You know what I mean. I just didn't know they could make a woman look so much like a man.
That's awkward.
Not a woman who looks like a man, Sam. A man. A real man, just like you.
Oh, shit. Guess I'm the asshole again. You gotta excuse us old guys.
I really don't.
Oh, come on. You kids keep changing the rules. You can't expect us to keep up.
Just respect the people are who they say they are. It's not hard.
No, it ain't
Yeah, true.
hard, but it just takes some getting used to.
We'll get used to it, because we aren't going anywhere. So, what are you doing here exactly?
Oh, well, I've been kind of keeping an eye on this place for you, you know? It's like patching the roof, checking the pipes, you know, all that stuff.
Thank you, Sam.
Oh, yeah, that's no big deal. I just, you know, your mama, she was a special lady. She deserved much better than, you know, what you got.
Didn't you used to help Marianne with repairs and building projects?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, seeing as your mama never had a man around, I just took it on myself to help her keep this place standing.
How antiquated of you.
There was a book. There was a
Thanks.
story in the book that I glossed over
Yeah,
about
guess you
a
two are
beaver
still
fixing the
aiming to
house.
sell the place?
Wonder if he's
That's
the
the
beaver.
plan. Which, by the way, we need your keys.
Since apparently you went and changed the locks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But, selling your mother's house? Are you sure? Bad or good? It's all you've got left of her.
Not all. I'm sure the gun she tried to kill us with is still somewhere in there.
Tyler!
What?
What Tyler means is, a fresh start is what we both need.
Of course. This place has got to be full of all kinds of bad memories.
Oh, it is. I'm sure.
But maybe some good ones, too?
No, I'm gonna say, were you too close?
How well did you know her?
Not as well as I thought. When I heard what happened that night, well, I figured people were bullshitting me.
It really surprised you, didn't it?
Much as anything ever has. Other folks say they saw it coming. Not me.
Did you help with her door?
Her door?
The puzzle on her bedroom door.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you two kept sneaking in, giving her no privacy, huh? You ever solve it?
Yep. Better late than never, I guess.
You're gonna say about like 10 minutes ago.
Never solved it myself. I mean, not that I wanted to.
Awkward.
Guess you know all your mama's secrets now, huh?
Well, she may have one or two left.
We should get going.
That's all you think we'll get out of him?
He's too wasted to be of any more help.
I was gonna say, I thought I
tell him
asked
to get a
all
move
the
on that.
questions.
Well, we've got a supply run to make, and Uncle Eddie's expecting a visit. So,
Right. Yeah, of course. Get going, you two.
Sam? We all gotta get going.
Oh. Of course. Of course, yeah, I got lots to do myself. Lots of to-dos on old Sam's list. And you don't want to keep Brown waiting, you know?
Thanks for looking out for this place.
Happy to do it. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Anything at all. You hear?
Sure thing, Sam.
Sam?
Huh?
Sam?
Huh?
The keys?
Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course. Yeah, they're yours. This place, it meant a lot to your mother. It almost felt like it was a part of her, and it's like some part of her is alive here still.
Hopefully the house doesn't turn out to be a murderous psycho that tries to kill us in our sleep, huh?
Yeah. Well, take care of yourself, both of you.
Thanks, Sam.
Hey, so, we really do have a lot to do.
Okay, go on. I'll be right behind you.
Oh, okay.
Ready to Veni Vidi Vecchi?
I'm ready to talk to Tessa.
Just try to keep in mind that your memory of her is 10 years out of date.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be if she reached out to me while I was in Fireweed, which she didn't. So I'm guessing this is Michael?
It is, but we can get up to all of that in the next episode. I want to try to keep these reasonably timed, so we are going to call this one here. We did get to at least explore the whole house, relive some memories, all that, and there might be more to the mystery than we originally thought. I'd like to think that even as her mind went, she was somewhat supportive, you know, because I like to think that all parents can be supportive, but I guess we'll see as we keep going. But until then, it's been Ismaie. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next episode.